Hi everyone, my name is Sean Christensen. In this video, I'm going to take you through a short tour of some of the key functionality and modules that we offer on Resonance. Things like contract management, marketing modules, sales management, vendor management, right? All these things are key pillars of our platform, but they're also not exhaustive whatsoever. With our platform, we have the ability to spin up custom modules as needed to fit the needs of our clients. And what we've done is templatize a lot of those into modules that we find really solve a very key part of our clients' use cases, and allows also our platform to continually expand and stay flexible. So having said that, I'm going to start and click through a couple of the functionality that we offer at Resonance. One of the key modules that Resonance offers is a sales management pipeline. Here we're looking at one of our clients, and they have a pretty robust pipeline that a sale is going to go through, and they go all the way from initial sale to rental of a space to closing that out. So if I open up one of those inquiries, we're going to see a very long pipeline that starts at, like I said, at the inquiry level, goes all the way to a booking contracting process, to a setup, to venue rental, to close out, right? And all of this is connected to all these other modules like vendors, task management, maintenance log, the specific venues and spaces that this event is happening in, documents that have been generated and signed, client profiles, additional details. All right, if I scroll down, you have things like next actions, right? So these are special buttons that get surfaced at different points along the pipeline that has the staff assignee update things as needed and dynamically along the way, right? So you're dealing with a whole lot of data for this potential inquiry, but that's being done gradually as the sale moves along. Right, and if I scroll down, you'll see different types of data that are being captured at different times, like specific dates, or some details about the space or about the inquiry or about the source of the inquiry. And throughout this whole process, you're continually connecting that to other modules and other pages to create a web of information that's as useful as possible. If I click on details, we'll get a breakdown of the specific costs of that event. So specific fees for the venue, things like electrical or additional fees are all tracked in a very robust manner. Those can then be taken and grouped together and invoice the client directly. We can track then the payment of those invoices so that, again, all on one page, the sale is handled from start to finish. With Resonance, you can also create dynamic contracts and documents based off of platform data. So for example, in this module that we call opportunities, you're tracking potential partnership opportunities. For example, on this page, you're tracking a specific opportunity. It can go through multiple steps. All that is dynamic and a feature across all modules in Resonance, but specifically here, we're going to go down and update terms like deadlines, fee structure, terms, payment schedules, etc., and update those dynamically. And once you're ready, you can actually create a fully dynamic contract document based off of that data. And here we're specifically showing how in this PDF that was automatically generated, everything that's been highlighted in gray is pulled directly from the module, so that you can generate a fairly complex, as complex a template of a document as needed based directly off of the data. And if the data changes, you can regenerate the document and get the latest version. And from there, you can send it out for signature and have exactly the same experience as you would on DocuSign or any other electronic signature platform. Resonance can handle vendor management, ticket management, and work order management all on the platform. So here we're looking at a ticket submission module, which is partially custom built. Right, and so here we're looking at a ticket that was submitted maybe by an external user or somebody internally who's logging on behalf of someone. And when I open that up, that's going to give me an overall pipeline of the resolution of that ticket, various details and assignments, and also additional details about the types of services that will be needed. So here we need plumbing from a potential vendor. If I scroll down, we have a couple potential vendors that might work out. We have a checklist for things that need to be done leading up to that ticket completion. And we can start to raise work orders. All right, so if I click on work orders, we have a couple work orders that have been raised. One of them is just a quote from one of the plumbers. The other one looks good, so we went ahead and we'll open up that work order. Track the process of that work order, track the overall work, any photos, and track the finances and whether it's been invoiced, paid out, and actually track the whole thing. And once that's done, we can go back to the ticket and resolve it. All right, and all that's also connected to a vendor profile. All right, if we go to the plumber that we hired, we can track and add as many details as needed, see their history of work orders, the items and services that they offer, and the tickets that they've been assigned to. Resonance features a robust calendar system that acts essentially as a master calendar. Any module that can be seen in a calendar, those can all be combined in this calendar system that we have. So if you have things like events or large-scale projects, contract and agreement dates, all those things that can be viewed in a calendar can all be done at the same time. And then, of course, you can set filters and view only certain things, but that allows you to kind of get a bird's eye view or compare and combine certain things together. It also allows you to do some pretty heavy scheduling of individual resources, whether that's locations, people, things. So here, if we're looking at how you would manage people, you can go to something called Resources Grid, and you can start to see every individual person's schedule up against them. And if everybody's called together in one event, if you move that around, right, that will move all the others as well. You can also see things in a timeline view. We can then do things like calculate the number of hours that somebody has worked, and go as far as doing things like conflict management checks, and availability, and being able to branch individual people outside of a large scale event, for example, if they need to be scheduled differently. Right, so there's quite a lot that happens here. Obviously, as I mentioned, ability to filter and pick specific resources and see things in different views. Also syncs with Google Calendar and Microsoft Outlook if you want certain outside users to be able to see the events in the platform on their own devices and own calendars. Resonance also has a fully featured campaign management tool that allows you to create things like newsletters or email blasts and manage all the deliverability and design aspect of that. So if we're looking here at our campaign tool, I can open up a campaign. I get an overview of all the email blasts that have gone out for that campaign, budget information, general notes, staff members that are assigned. I can start looking at the templates that I have going. Those can be across multiple campaigns or be reused. If I open up a specific template, you can see here our editor, which is very robust. You can essentially add anything and drag and drop, and edit as needed and go as far as you want. You can reuse images that are stored in an image library, and do everything that you would, for example, like with MailChimp or other similar campaign tools. Except here, we're connecting that directly to the data on the software and on your platform so that you can fully close the loop on an email blast that goes out and how that fares in terms of deliverability. All right, so if I open up some existing email blasts, I can look at those that are done and get a sense of, the deliverability and like how people have done, what has been clicked on, bounced, etc. Thanks for watching. As mentioned at the start, this was just a short tour of the key functionality that the Resonance platform offers. We'd be happy to give you or your clients a deep dive into the full functionality of the platform, and give you a clear understanding of everything that's possible. Thank you for your time and have a good day.